we're going to continue with our finger weaving craft, a craft that comes to us from Africa. We're going to do a little bit different method. This way we sort it on the table. This red is much longer than the green and the black because it's going to be the shuttle. It goes back and forth in a zigzag fashion. And when it goes back and forth, it uses more. We start with an overhand knot. That means over, around, and through. These ends are connected, so I'm going to clip them. We want this to stay put, so we're going to use just enough tape to hold it in place. And some of my students prefer this method where we sort it on the table. This is the piece that's going to go back and forth, so we're going to set that aside. We have 5 greens and 4 blacks. And what we want is we want this to separate the two. Then, because this has 5, we want one of these, a green in between, a black, a green in between, a black, and a green in between. So we have green, black, green, black, green, black, green, black, and green. Now, the black was on the bottom. I'm going to pick that up, pull that. And this is really messy. If I pull this and push this and pass this through, that made a beautiful green stripe, and that's what I want to happen. Okay, the green is what has the most, so I'm going to spread this out. Green, 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 and green. And I'm going to put black in between. Black between the green, black between the green, black between the green, and black between the green. The green is always going to be on the outside because there are 5. And then I'm going to pick up the green. And when I do that, it makes a big old messy mess. So I pull this, and push this, and now I have a beautiful black stripe. I pass this through because that's what's going to hold the next stripe together. I'm going to spread out the black. 1, 2, 3, 4. There's 4 of these and there's 5 of these, so the green has to go on the outside. Since the green is on the top and it has to switch, I'm going to pick up the black. There we go. What a mess. If I pull this and push this and pass this through, then I have a beautiful green stripe. I'm going to comb it out, and I'm going to switch again. Green, 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 and green. And let me just tell you that my cat Moose is a big fan of weaving. That's why he's here. Green, black, green, black, green, black, green, black, green. And since the green was on the bottom, I'm going to pick it up. And now we have a big mess. So if I push here and pull here, pull and push, now I have a perfect black stripe. And I'm ready to do the same thing. I spread it out. I want to do this in order. I don't want the yarns to crisscross over each other. I didn't pass the shuttle through. If I don't do that and I switch, nothing will happen. So I'm going to spread it out again. I'll do it right this time. There's 4 of the black and 5 of the green. So the green is always going to have to go on the 2 outsides. Otherwise, I'm going to have a big old loop on the end. Since the black is on the bottom, I'm going to pick it up. Big old mess. I hate messes. So I'm going to pull and pull and push. And there's my green stripe. Pass it through. And I'm ready to switch again. Green is on the bottom. I'm going to switch it out. We always lay out the one on the bottom. Green has the most, so the green is going to go on the 2 outsides. Black is going to go on the insides. And since the green is on the bottom, when I pick it up, it switches. We have to switch. In weaving, it involves switching, and we want to do it in order. We don't want crisscross. Messy. Pull, push, not messy. Black's on the bottom. Lay it out. Oh, no, 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 no. I have to pass it through. If I do the switch without passing it through, I will have bad results. So here I go. Lay out the 4 because they're on the bottom. Put these in between. Pick up the black because the black is on the bottom. Messy. Not messy. Pull, push, pull. Pass it through. Switch again. Spread it out. In between. Look at how none of these are doing crisscross. Pull up the green because the green's on the bottom. If the green's on the bottom, the next time it needs to go on the top. Messy. Not messy. Pull it through. Spread it out. The black's on the bottom. Green has more. Up the outside. And in between, no crisscross. Pull up the black because the black's on the bottom and it needs to switch. Messy. Pull, push, not messy. Pass it through. Green's on the bottom, spread it out. Green has the most, so it goes on the outside. Black goes in between. Pick up the green because the green's on the bottom. Messy. Pull and push, not messy. Pass it through. If you don't pass it through, it won't stick together. Green's on the bottom, spread it out. I'm sorry, black's on the bottom, spread it out. Green's on the top, but they have the most. So you have to make sure that the green goes on the outside, not because it's green, but because it has the most. Since the black is on the bottom, you have to pick it up. Messy. Not messy. Pass it through. Green's on the bottom. Spread it out. One by one, no crisscross. Put the black in between. No crisscross. One by one. Since the green was on the bottom, I need to pick it up because we have to switch. It's all about switching. Weaving is all about switching. Messy. Pull, push. Not messy. Pass it through. Every time, start with the one on the bottom. Spread it out. Every time, whatever one has the most goes on the outside. One by one, no crisscross. Every time, pick up the bottom. Every time, pull, push, pass it through. Start with the bottom, spread it out. In between, the one that has the most goes on the outside. Pick up the one that started on the bottom, which this time happened to be the green. Pull and push. Here's pull, here's push. Pass it through. Spread out the one on the bottom. 1, 2, 3, 4. The one on the top, no crisscross. Whichever one has the most has to go on the outside every single time. The black was on the bottom, so I pick it up. Green was on the top, so I pull it down. Pull, push, pass it through. When you are done, you will do an overhand knot, like so. All of these go together, all the way through. Find that sweet spot, which is right there. Pull it tight. I like them to match. You can do it however you please. Just don't cut it all the way to the knot. If you cut it all the way to the knot, it will come undone. Good luck and good weaving.